Let's take a look at Lab 9.1, writing functions with no parameters. Now before we jump into the artshow.py program, let's take a look at the Python PAL reading for this week, because we get a good example of calling a function in the customer bill program. And this is written out for you in the PDF. So we can take a look. We're defining our function. In the textbook, they're referring generically as methods. In Python, we're calling them functions. So we're defining our main function with no parameters. So there's nothing inside of the parentheses. And then we're going to get our interactive input, the customer's name, the balance. We're going to float the balance string because we want to have a number there. We're going to call the name and address function from within the main function. So we'll have to define that. And then we'll print out the customer name and the customer balance. Well, the name and address function over here is for our company to produce this invoice. So we'll print those address lines, and then we'll print those address lines. Let's take a look at it in VS Code. I've copied over and fixed and retyped 9.1 so that we could run this directly. You'll see that there are a few variables that we have to deal with. That's the balance string, the balance, and the customer name and the name here. Those are also in the PDF. It's helpful to go through this. So let's run it and see what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and enter a customer name. I'll put Standard Paint. Let's say that's one of your clients and they owe you $1,875.56. Well, now you've printed out all the parameters for your invoice, and that can go into your bill or into the invoice or whatever it is that you want to do with that. So let's see how we can apply that over in Lab 9.1. So we need to grab our artshow.pdf, and we're going to say you are pre-registered and qualify for a 5% discount. Now obviously this is going to be a really simple program. It's not going to check a list of names. It's not going to actually look for pre-registered people from a JSON file or an API. We're just asking them for yes or no. So let's take a look and see. We'll open up Artshow. We'll write the Python statements as it's in the comments and run the program. Then we'll paste all the source code and all the output into the box. Let's take a look. I've already opened up artshow.py in my folder in VS Code. And you can see that it's waiting for lots and lots of input. So here's our main. There's our register string. Did you pre-register? So they're going to write yes or no, either Y or N, and that's it. If they write anything else, at this point, our program will just break. We're not writing any tests. We're not doing any advanced checking for input. They could type in numbers or banana or whatever. In this case, you'll just have to carefully type in Y or N to make sure your code's working. And later on, we can start to build in the testing and validation. So we're going to check if they typed yes or no. If they typed yes, we're going to give them a discount. And if they typed anything else, we're going to say no discount. So we'll go ahead and let's just do this because it's right here. It says call the discount function or the no discount function. So I'll say if, and we're going to check that register string. Register string is equal to a capital Y. That's easy. Two equal signs. Then we're going to call discount. It's underlined here because there is no function called discount yet. We'll fix that. Otherwise, if they don't have a discount, we're going to say no discount. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And that's going to be it for the main function. So now we're going to need to have a discount function. So that's going to be this one. When you call the discount function, what are we going to do? If we go back and check, it's going to say you are pre-registered and qualify for a 5% discount. That's what's going to be in there. Okay. And we're just going to print that statement. Print. You are pre-registered and qualify for a 5% discount. Excellent. So then over here, we need to define no discount. Notice that in VS Code, the little squiggly underline went away. You can use those little helpers. And then we're going to print, and let's just see if we can copy it from the lab. Sorry, you did not pre-register. Boo-hoo. You might want to use this in real life by having people like you on Instagram and then going and checking. Say, what's your Instagram username? Ah, you didn't like us. Sorry. No discount for you. And now the final step for this is we have to call the main function. So let's call main and save it. Okay, no more errors. Looks good. Let's try it out. We'll hit run. Did you pre-register? No? Sorry. Okay, let's run it again. Did you pre-register? Yes. Great. Did you pre-register banana milkshake?